Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for episode 7 of our Karak Hirn Radious mod Let's Play. So, we're back right where we left off after the last episode. Everything that was happening is still happening, still at war with not Castle Tempelhof, but I do believe I said that in the last one. This is Tempelhof occupying Castle Tempelhof, not the other way around. I do apologise for that. But it looks like they've been absolutely destroyed by the Empire. Stirland has taken the moot back. Beck Ostermark, have taken Fort Oberstyre. And it looks like Stirland are maybe looking to take Castle Tempelhof from them. We took Schwarzhaften and unfortunately lost our Rune Lord. We've replaced him now, though. We have Karak Hirn is upgrading, Matorka and Arkendorf are still doing well. We took Ekrund and we are moving Alric back to see if we can maybe grab a few of these provinces from Barakbar before they take them back. And then maybe what we're going to do is we're going to push over here and siege the legendary Karak 8 Peaks from the Crooked Moon tribe. So that's probably going to be all for this episode since we did most of this. We've got the military alliance with Karak Hirn, trade agreement. So yes, I will be seeing you in the next turn. So we are here in the end turn, and Wissenland have declared war on Reichland, and I mean we have great relations with Wissenland, so we're obviously going to have to join on their side, although it's not nice to have to fight Reichland. Although, just looking at their opinion, they are not happy with me. They are not happy with me at all. So we're gonna go in on Wissenland's side and see what we can do. So again, just at the start of the end turn here, so we are here in the next turn. We have unfortunately got some negative growth in Karak Dromar. Excuse me. So it looks like Stirland have neglected to go after Castle Tempelhof. It looks like they're just pulling back a little bit with their armies. Ostermark is still sitting in Fort Oberstyre with their massive army, and Wolfram Hertwig, obviously unique legendary lord. So what are we going to be doing in this episode? We're keeping an eye on this siege over here, as Wissenland and Jufbar are both attacking the vampire counts. Not the vampire counts, the von Karstein, sorry. So, what are we going to be doing in this episode? Alric is... Yes, Alric is going to be pushing over here. Apparently we don't have military access with the dwarves. Can we get that? They will confederate. I think we're just going to have to go with that, aren't we? Yeah, we've just got to. Accepted. Confederation. Well, that's nice. So what did we actually get from that? We got the Stone Mine Tower. Ah, and Grotti Mingol, which is suffering massive penalties because of the Confederation. I don't think we got... Skaven took Karak Asgal. Crooked Moon are over here with all of their stuff. So we did get some armies though. We've got Thorgrim over here.
Grimnir's axe first.
Probably move him back to our home provinces. Get rid of those 2 units there.
Send me to vengeance.
Let's see. Did we gain anything else? Ah yes, we've got Grombrindal's army here. Dalid Damin still down here. We're going to be moving him southwards a little bit more.
Let's move.
We found Marak and Libaras, who are currently owned by Teotihuacan with their cool stuff. This is a really cool army, actually. I haven't ever actually played as the Lizardman, so possibly what I'm going to do is maybe with my next series play as the Lizardman, because it looks like they've got a full army. Well, I say a full army. They've got at least 3 units of the Blessed units, and well, that's really interesting. So I'm going to have to play around with that, maybe a little bit off screen, and see what's going on there. So Grombrindal is here with his army, which I think is just a little bit too... So it is 3,288. I think that's just a little bit too much, to be honest. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving Alric up here, because we're going to be taking out Grimgor, Drockgork's Chosen, and Knobnail's Crooked, and we're going to just be taking this whole area back from the Greenskins, and then maybe pushing over and taking Black Crag and Karak Drom. So what else are we going to be doing this turn? Well, I think what's the situation? Unfortunately, we are going to need to be staying in Schwarzhaften with our army for the foreseeable future. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Thorgrim back to Karak Angazar and recruit him an army, and then probably we're going to push out and maybe take some stuff from the orcs and goblins over here. So that's going to be the end of this turn. So I will see you in the next one. And we're here in the end turn, and Grimgor has pushed forwards with his large army. So obviously we're not going to be able to defend this with our tiny, tiny garrison here. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be having a quick look at Grimgor's army and seeing what it looks like. So we've got 3 units of orc biggins, got some forest goblins, some great weapon orc boys, normal boys, normal goblins, some forest goblin archers, rusty arrows, sorry, another 2 unit of Night Goblin Archers, Dirkit Squigs, 2 units of Night Goblin Wolf Riders, Forest Goblin Spider Riders, Goblin Wolf Riders, Goblin Wolf Chariot, and Morgrub's Mangy Marauders. So that's a lot of cavalry and a small little archer force, but a lot of armor piercing and damage dealing infantry. So we're probably gonna. I think we could probably take this army with Alric, but I wouldn't really want to risk it. I might push up and take on this army with Grombrindle, as he might have a better army to take care of this. So obviously we're going to be auto-resolving. No way that we can hold it with 52 men. And so the Stone Mine Tower is going to be taken. So hopefully next turn we'll be able to take that back, although Alric might be a little bit far. So I will see you at the end of this turn. And so we are back in the next turn. Thorgrim has gained Taskmaster because he's been in the march stance for a little bit. So we lost the Stone Mine Tower, so we now have a new grudge to go and take it back. We've got a Dwarven Tattooist on Dalidadamin, which is giving him some untainted in his local province. The Von Carsteins have been destroyed, as has Bill Barley. So Jufbar has taken Jufbar back for the dwarves. And Bill Barley is apparently no longer existent. Ah, we can see it there. It has been completely razed to the ground. Don't know who by, possibly by Skaven, but it could be something else as well. I really am not sure. So, Ekron is still over here. What we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to push up one of these 2 armies and take
Don't you fret, it's done.
the Stone Mine Tower back. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to put both of them
I'm here now.
together, and then maybe push in next turn with both of them and see what we can do there. Thorgrim, let's see, can we get a little bit further in the underway stance? No, not really. So we're going to be marching him all the way up and then over to Karak Angazar. Let's see, what else can we do this turn? Let's have a look at the public order situation. It's getting slightly better here. It's still not that good in Karag Dromar, but the corruption is now going down after these 2 provinces have been taken back. So hopefully that's going to sort itself out. One more turn left on our upgrade for Karak Hirn. We have an upgrade in Batorka. We can upgrade our brine mine to a saltworks. Ekrund, no upgrades to do there. We've got our drinking hall and our granary. Grotty Mingol, we can upgrade, and we're going to put in a... How much growth have we got? We've got a reasonable amount of growth, so we're going to put in a refectory just to try and help this public order problems. We can move Dalid Damin again. We can move him down here. We're going to go past Oatlax, I believe. Some more blessed units there. And Krokgar. Krokgar? Ah, yes, the last defenders. Sorry, those icons were looking remarkably similar to my blindness. So Krokgar has taken the Doomglade. Now that's interesting. I believe there's a province here. Yes, Libaris. So I'm going to have a look around here and see how Krokgar's doing, and see if our Dwarven allies are still down here. So that's going to be interesting to see. We have some skill points for Dalid Damin. We're going to be putting 1 in Blade Master and 1 in Training. And then we're probably going to be ending the turn. So I will see you all in the next one for the siege of the Stone Mine Tower. So we are here in the next turn. Nobber Bonecrusher has attempted to block Grombrindle's army and has failed. We've managed to research call upon oaths of old, so we have reduced the recruitment cost for recruiting long-bearded units. Karak Hirn has completed its construction, but what we're going to be doing first is, can we reach it this turn with either of these armies?
I'm ready.
No.
I'll see it done.
No, we
Moving
can't.
out.
Excellent.
Anad,
But we're going to be
as
moving
the
up
High
both of these
King
armies
commands.
here and maybe trying to siege down the Stone Knight Tower next turn. All of Grimgor's armies have moved over to Dok Karaz.
Throw bearers.
Thorgrim here
Let's march.
is still
The
marching
High King moves.
back to our main province.
Ready.
Belagar is over here, maybe looking to take Karag Drod, which would be certainly interesting. Barak Var have taken Valia's Sorrow, and the Skaven have taken the Crooked Fang Fort. And Karak Azul have taken the Black Iron Mine back, so it looks like the Crooked Moon are being pushed back. Let's see, what else can we do? Of course, Karak Hirn, so we've got a lot of upgrades to do here. We can now get our unique building, the Mountain's Horn, which gives enemy negative 15 enemy leadership to enemy units sieging here, plus 5 to local armies, plus 1 unit experience for all recruits, plus 3 recruitment capacity, and it provides a garrison of Hammerers and Thunderers, so we're definitely going to be picking that up. We're going to be upgrading the Stonebread Bakery to a Baker's Guild Hall, the Iron Smelter to an Iron Miners Guild Hall, and unfortunately that's all the money we've got for the moment, so we're just going to be popping in a Trinket Maker there for now. So we are lacking a little bit on the funds, shall we say. So where are our expenses going? All of it is going into army upkeep, and we only really have these 2 armies here. Of course, we have this small army in Schwarzhaften. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to be looking at the let's see, we're going to be getting rid of the Goblobber
Aye.
and the Dragonback Slayers
Armed
and
and
the
ready.
Grumbling Guard.
Can
We've
I
massively
help you?
reduced this force, but we've gained a little bit of extra income, which is definitely going to be useful for us here. Dalid Damin is still making his way
A
down
wise
south.
plan.
Ah, yes, Karak Zorn. They are still alive. That's really interesting. Usually they get taken out pretty early by the Skaven or by the Lizardmen, but apparently not. They've actually managed to survive this time. That's really interesting. Cool. That's new. So, research to do this turn. We're going to be going for master-crafted weapons, which is going to give us weapon strength for dwarf units with hand weapons, and for dwarf units with mining picks. The mining picks isn't going to be as useful, but hand weapons will improve a significant portion of our army. So that's going to be it for this turn, so I will see you in the next one. And we're back in the next turn. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be pushing Alric forwards, taking a Stone Knight Tower, easy auto-resolve, barely any units in there. Nice couple of kills on our units here, particularly on the Goblobber. So we took down that, and we've taken back the Stone Mine Tower for the Dwarves, and achieved victory of Greenskins multiple times, which has given us, it'll be here somewhere, trait gained, there we go. Executioner, enemy leadership -2 in the local region, and public order -2 in the local enemy province. Also Orcsbane, +4 leadership when fighting against the green-skinned tribes in the Lord's army. Also gained a stonemason. That's
Summon
cool.
me if you dare.
So that's cool, and he's leveled up 2 more skill points to put in here. So we're just going to be, as I said, making him an absolute beast, really. Just a Woundmaker, Blade Master. Just going to make him hit hard and hit fast. So we can upgrade the Stone Mine Tower already. That's nice. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving Grombrindle over here, and maybe seeing if we can take out Dok Karaz. We have where is Barak Var's legendary lord? Is that him? Yes, Bernoth Grundadorak is over here in Valia's Sorrow as Barak Var is being sieged by Grimgor and his War. So we're going to be, of course, moving Thorgrim into Karak Angazar. Right there. The Empire is over here. They've apparently taken Wissenberg from Wissenland, which isn't good. I don't know where their army is. It was over here last time I looked. Oh, yeah, there it is.
I serve the
Elspeth
lady.
von Draken, and her army is He's over there. It's a bit odd. So we'll be seeing if we can just set the war coordination target, and maybe that'll get them moving to do something. Grenstadt has upgraded, so we'll be popping in a trinket maker. Kadrin Duntamer has gained his rank, so we're going to be putting one in Route Marcher and one in the Rune of Hearth and Home. That's probably going to be all. A couple of fast turns here, so we're obviously going to keep it going a little bit longer than our, shall we say, turn limit. We're going to be moving Dalid Damin back. Pretty much I've explored over here. We know where the lizard men kind of borders are. So we're going to be moving back up here and having a look to see what the Skaven are up to. So that's going to be it for this turn. So I will see you in the next one. So we are here in the end turn, and Drock Gork's Chosen has pushed out to attack Grombrindle. We have the Rune of Courage here, which gives a unit immune to psychology for 30 seconds. So let's see, we're going to probably be putting that on this unit of Dwarf Warriors with Great Weapons. So let's have a look at the opposing army before we get into the battle. One unit of Orc Boys with Great Weapons, definitely going to be wanting to target them down pretty quick. A couple of units of Orc Boys, a lot of Night Goblins and Night Goblin Archers, one unit of Orc Arrow Boys, 3 units of Goblin Spider Riders, and 3 units of Morgrub's Mangy Marauders, one normal unit of Wolf Riders, and a Goblin Rocklobber. So I'm seeing a lot of cavalry and a lot of ranged units. So this might be a little bit of a challenge, since we have Quarrelers, Rangers, Miners, and a Grudge Thrower. This might be a little bit of a challenge for us, but we'll see once we get into the battle. We're back here on the battle map, so we're going to be moving back our entire army as usual. So, let's see, they're all coming from over here. So, let's see, is there any height advantage that we can get? Not really. Unless we want to move back. No, that's slightly out of the range of the map. So we're gonna have to set up over here, which is going to be slightly annoying since it's out of our range. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the Dwarf Warriors on the front line, secondary line of warriors with great weapons. Then we're going to have a third line, which is our support units, our Grumbling Guard and our Long Axes. Grombrindle, excuse me, of course, in the front. We've got 3 units of miners here who can Vanguard deploy. So what we might be doing is putting them behind and then running them around to flank the enemy. These 2 units can also be Vanguarded, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting them... Can we hide in here? Yes, we can. We can hide in these trees over here. I don't know. I mean, they're not hiding very well, but, hey, whatever. Quarrelers can sit at the back, and so can the Grudge Thrower. So, starting the battle, giving it a quick pause, and moving our army over here to this hill. Dwarf Warriors right here. Then Great Weapons. Then our support units on this flank, if we can get them. Yep, there we go. We're going to put the Miners back here, and Grombrindle right at the front. Then Quarrelers, we're going to put them here, and our Grudge Thrower up on the top of the hill there. So these 2 units here are hidden, so we're going to be using them as a flanking force. Of course, our Rangers with great weapons, the Ulthar's Raiders. Of course, the Ulthar's Raiders and the Ekron Miners, hopefully going to be able to do some significant damage to these enemy forces. So let's get it playing forwards, and our units are going to be running towards the hill where we place them. Miners here. I never really see the point of miners, if I'm honest. If someone in the comments could tell me, I don't really see a huge use for miners in the army. Like, why not get some Dwarf Warriors instead? Like, I mean, they're only slightly more expensive, and they're probably just a little bit kind of better in every way, really. Like, I don't really see a huge amount of point in getting the miners in your army. So it looks like, yes, the Goblins' massive cavalry division has pushed out. Those 3 units of Morgrub's Mangy Marauders have pushed out. Yes, they are Goblin Wolf Archers. He's also got the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. They are just normal cavalry. These aren't the bow variant, I don't think. Yeah, no, these aren't the bow variant. So they are actually going to have to charge in against us. We've got Grombrindle Has No Fear, which gives him and his allies unbreakable for 35 seconds. That's very, very nice. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting our Goblobber to fire at Morgrum's Mangy Marauders as they are dealing some damage here. What we're going to be doing, yeah, we're going to be putting our entire front line in a shield wall, which should hopefully be getting them to be a little bit tankier in the face of this missile fire. Grombrindle is, of course, just going to stand at the front and be an absolute beast. So maybe we could start moving out these two units here, although I don't particularly want to move... Yes, okay, we can move out now. Let's get them round here. So our units are unfortunately taking a reasonable amount of damage, although we are returning fire on some of these units. Our Quarrelers absolutely massacring these Goblin Wolf Riders. What we're actually going to do is we're going to get our Quarrelers to target the Orc Boys with great weapons, as these are going to be a big issue with their dual-wielding and armor-piercing. Of course, all of our Dwarf units have significant amounts of armor. Kind of one of the big things about the Dwarves is they have very high armor units. Here are the Night Goblins being discovered finally. So it's looking like, unfortunately, our plan of what we wanted to happen is unfortunately not going to work. We're going to have to push out our Dwarf Warriors just right in. Throw Grombrindle into the mix and just push out our Dwarf Warriors with great weapons right into the centre of the enemy just to do as much damage as possible. Long axes, we're going to get to go and target these Goblin Spider Riders. The Grumbling Guard are going to be engaged on the Night Goblins. They do have significant ranged contingents, so we're going to be pulling in our units here. Miners are going to be coming around the flank of the hill as per. Quarrelers are still going to be firing in to the Orc Boys with great weapons, although they're not engaged on the units that we didn't want them to engage on, so actually we're going to be shooting at the Night Goblin Archers. These Dwarf Warriors are losing, unfortunately, against these two full units of Night Goblin Warriors. So hopefully we can win this side of the melee engagement. Let's have a look at Grombrindle. Where is he? He's here in the centre. What we're going to do is we're going to pop Grombrindle Has No Fear straight away, just to make sure that our low health units here don't fall and falter to the Orcs here. Our Dwarf Warriors are probably going to win against the Night Goblins, but our Dwarf Warriors with great weapons are going to struggle a little bit more. We have our Grumbling Guard here engaged on the Night Goblins and such, so that should be hopefully a good place of engagement. We've managed to push through the centre line here, so we can push out against the archers, pull back one of these units of Dwarf Warriors and Grombrindle himself. These miners can push out here against the various enemy units. They've taken significant damage from this huge range contingent. This is doing so much damage to us. It's absolutely ridiculous. We can get these two units here to shoot at Morgrum's Mangy Marauders. There's just so much ranged firepower on these units. It's ridiculous. We're going to get our catapult to shoot at the Orc Arrow Boys. Maybe these two units can do some damage here? No, they keep running away. There we go, some blasting charges going out, doing, wow, massive damage against these units here. We are managing to chase them off a little bit with our miners. This group of miners can push forwards against the Night Goblins here. Grombrindle here in the centre, fighting valiantly, of course. These units here are fighting against the Forest Goblin Spider Riders and some Night Goblin Archers. Hopefully we're going to be able to win that eventually. Forest Goblin Spider Riders here are breaking, and our Dwarf Warriors are managing to hold. I really hope that we are going to be able to win this battle, as obviously I am not playing well, shall we say, excellently. We're going to be getting this to our Quarrelers to shoot here. We are managing to chase off these Morgrum's Mangy Marauders most of the time, so we're going to be pulling our miners back so that these units stop skirmishing, and maybe we can just pull them over to our other units. Oh, that's some significant damage from the Goblin Rock Lobber over here. No? Possibly that was some friendly fire. No? Okay, I don't know what that was. Get our Ekrund miners here, shooting in, throwing their blasting charges against the enemy. get these units to shoot the last of these Morgrove's Mangy Marauders. They are engaging in melee against our Ekron miners, which I do believe that they should be alright with the range support of the Rangers with great weapons. We've got our miners here engaging on the Night Goblins. Our Quarrelers are pushing up so we can get them to shoot at the Orc Araboys. We are kind of breaking through in the centre here, and our nice little solid pocket of Dwarf Warriors over here is holding. I'm really not a fan of the AI composition here. There's too many warriors with great weapons and not enough dwarves. The miners, again, still not liking the miners. We've managed to take out the Morgrove's Mangy Marauders here, which will hopefully enable us to do some damage. Our Goblobber is wrecking these Orc Araboys. Unfortunately, some Goblin Spider Riders are coming back and are going to get a unfortunately, really nice charge here. What we're going to get is we're going to get our Goblobber to target the Goblin Rocklobber, as it's probably going to do some significant damage to us over here. Miners engaged on these Morgrove's Mangy Marauders, and they have routed off the field, so we're going to be able to push them up against the last remaining unit of these Goblin Rider archers. So it does look like the balance of power is slowly shifting in our favour. Brindle here. We're probably going to move him round, actually, just to engage on this centre point, as we are losing it a little bit. We are managing to rout a lot of these low leadership Orc and Goblin units, which is really, really nice, and luckily we aren't wavering too heavily. Our Quarrelers aren't currently shooting, so we're going to get them to shoot at the Night Goblin archers that are over here. They are very, very quickly going to run out of ammunition, so we're definitely going to want to pull them in as soon as possible, get these Rangers with great weapons to engage here, and get our Ekrond miners to engage on these Morgrove's Mangy Marauders, who seem to keep coming back from routing, which is really, really annoying. Unfortunately, taking some significant casualties from this Goblin Rocklobber over here, which is being targeted by our Grudge Thrower. Did I say Goblobber? It is the Goblobber. Never mind, apparently I got that correct without even realising. So, yes, these Night Goblin Archers have pushed off. We can pull around these units to engage on here. We can use these units here to support against the enemy Lord. We are suffering a little bit against this Night Goblin pocket here, but the Morgrove's Mangy Marauders are slowly being pushed off, so we should be able to do some significant damage here. These miners, unfortunately, are being killed by the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, not really meant for anti-cav. So we're gonna try and just get rid of these with the Ekron miners. Just see if we can get a point-blank, yes, point-blank shot, doing some nice damage, and managing to waver these Morgrove's Mangy Marauders, doing some significant damage. Probably a little bit of friendly fire as well, but, you know, that's not the end of the world. Get them over here. Rangers with great weapons have taken some significant casualties against those units here, but we're going to be able to get them to engage in against the Night Goblins for a nice couple of shots in. Yes, some significant damage on these units here. We have managed to rout off the enemy units that are over here, get these units to kill the enemy general. And yeah, we have, I think, managed to pull out a victory from I would argue, a significant disadvantage, as they had a significant amount of cavalry, and we had very, very limited ranged units. Unfortunately, some Night Goblins managed to get back up here against the Goblobber, pull in some miners and some Dwarf Warriors to see if we can get rid of these Night Goblins. These Night Goblins are broken, so we're going to get the... there's not really much else to do. Get these Rangers to engage on Morgrove and Mangy Marauders. Get the Ekron Miners to engage on the Orc Araboys. No, these are Night Goblin Archers. Unfortunately, a slight recuperation, but luckily our Grumbling Guard were here to intercept this this incoming... coming back from routing, that's what I was going for. These units that came back from routing have been... Unfortunately, they engaged on the Grumbling Guard, who are, I believe, unbreakable. Let's have a look. Where are they? Grumbling Guard. There they are. They are old Grumblers, so they have really, really high leadership. They are, of course, armoured and armour-piercing. Massive magic resistance. Do they? They're immune to psychology, and they have encourage. So, you know, they should be doing really, really well here against the enemy units. Yes, definitely winning against these orcs and goblins. Get these Ekron miners over here to... No, it looks like the majority... Yes, there we go. The enemy has shattered off the battlefield. So, I will be seeing you when we get back on the campaign map. We're back here after the battle. It was a Pyrrhic victory, and we did unfortunately lose till 2 full units. I do apologise, I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. We did manage to wipe a huge amount of the enemy's forces, so we're not going to be releasing the captives, we're just going to be executing them. With Grombrindle has gained a rank, and we have managed to defend Grombrindle and his army. Unfortunately, the Grimgor and his War have taken Barak Var, so we're going to need to take that back at some point. So what we're going to be doing now is, this is, again, at the very start of the end turn, so I will see you at the end. And so we're here on the next turn. Waldekir Harken has managed to successfully assault the garrison in Schwarzhaften. Anything else happened in the end turn? Not really. We have been issued a grudge to carry out an assassination attempt against a character belonging to Tempelhof, thanks to that. A Thagraki incursion has been had in Grotti Mingal, which is giving us some buildings that need to be repaired. Let's go have a look at that first, shall we? What's been damaged? Oh, everything. So let's repair that. Ekrund, Stone Mine Tower, all good. So we're going to be pushing out Alric Ranelson, and then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be really cheeky, and we're going to just colonise Dr. Raz from under Barak Var's nose, because you know, free provinces. So Thorgrim is over here. He can be recruiting some units. Probably what we're going to be going for is the ranged units first. What do you think we should go for? So, do we have... yes, we can upgrade this at some point, which would give us access to Stonebreakers, Hellhind Gunners, and the Organ Gun. So possibly we're going to be wanting to wait until we can get that, which is 7,350. So 2 turns, and we can start getting some more units for this. So at the moment, we're just going to get a core of 2 units of Longbeards, just Thorgrim and his guards. So Kadrin Dumtamer is over here with his small army. Karak Dramar is slowly going to improve on its public order problems, as the corruption is going to go away. We have 1 turn left on the Confederation, which should put this to neutral, and should put this up to 6. So unfortunately, we still won't be able to leave it, but we will be able to start getting some more in there. So Grombrindle, we can get him a rank up. We can give him hard to hit and scarred veteran, just to make him a little bit more tanky. Dalid Damin needs to be moved, so we're going to be moving him up here.
A wise plan.
So we get back up here, and Bilefitch and his army are up here. Clan Rat Warriors with swords. I do apologise. Words are all over the place today. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be a good place to end the episode. So next time I see you tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to push up Alric and Grombrindle and maybe take back Barak Var from Grimgor and his significantly larger army. Maybe we'll get a little bit of support from Thorgrim and some of his units. So that is going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.